Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a message for you, an intuitive message meant to support you whenever you find it. This is for all Virgo placements, and if you find this reading resonates with you, if you find it useful or enjoyable, please like and subscribe to my channel. It is greatly appreciated, and I thank all of you that support me in all the ways that you do. So let's get started, Virgo, with this message, and we have the Ten of Swords. Virgo, this is indicating to me that you have changed something vital about your experience of the past. You have been in a long period of looking at the ways in which you have extended yourself for others, and you have decided and determined that you have not received what you've needed from these various experiences, failures, perhaps disappointments. Even if some of these relationships, events, or opportunities had successes, they did not feed what you essentially needed. There was not an equal give and take. And so this is your attempt to understand deeply the ways in which you have not been served by your associations or your circumstances. This is also you freeing your mind from the state of victimhood, sensing that it was someone else's fault that things happened that were unhappy, uncomfortable, devastating, deceptive. You've really understood that you had a role in all of these situations which you chose and selected, and you're now ready to release that sense of someone else in control of your life, your decisions. So you're moving forward with a great sense of relief. You may be physically exhausted, you may be emotionally drained, but this sense of going over and reviewing unhappy circumstances is something that is ultimately liberating you and allowing you to open the door to receiving what you sincerely desire for yourself. In the present, we have the Two of Wands. I do not read cards reversed. The Two of Wands is indicating, after having understood, in fact, what your expertise is, what your gift is, what your main skills are, where your expertise surrounds, your turf, really feeling anchored and rooted in that. And this is an authenticity of your own. Having reviewed these events, being in the process of reviewing where you gave your power away, and then were surprised when you didn't get what you want. You're now understanding that it is time for you to move away from that lifestyle, that sense of yourself, and move towards a place that is less familiar to you. This takes a lot of courage, but you are planning this move. You are turning away from this unhappy experience, really grounded in what you know to be true for you, and you're moving out in any way that will help you expand, seek new horizons, and basically look at doing things the way you've always done differently. So this is you planning a move, surveying the world, looking at all the possibilities that you have. In the past, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is very different than the Ten of Swords. You've also been working on a sense of legacy. This is you recognizing all the gifts that you've received, all the positive conditions that your ancestors created for you, your family members, in making the efforts, doing the work, making the sacrifices that they made so that you could have more access to the world of abundance, prosperity, well-being that they may have had more difficulty with. Understanding that inheritance, that cultural inheritance. Whether you benefited financially or not, you recognize that you are participating and are a conscious participant in the legacy that your ancestors or relatives left for you. This sense of legacy has grown much larger than perhaps what your immediate parents intended for it to be. You are tapped into a larger cultural, ancestral, generational sense of legacy, and you are a part of realizing the abundance and prosperity of that, so that these resources can be amplified and shared with future generations. In your immediate future, we have the Star card. This is beautiful because you are going through a lot. You are experiencing I wouldn't say a rejection of your past, but a clear turning away from what you now understand hasn't worked to your benefit. So you're really looking at how to separate yourself from things that may have served you. Maybe there are relatives who have contributed to your well-being in your life that you can no longer align yourself with their values, or some decision, something they want for you. You may have a difference of opinion, but that's an example of the ways in which you're really working through a lifetime or lifetimes of struggle, of meeting obligations to others, fulfilling the expectations of others, and understanding now that it is your turn, your time, to develop yourself, your authentic self, for you, for your own benefit, to meet your own needs for happiness, growth, development. And the stars indicating that throughout all of these struggles, throughout your many efforts at overcoming the obstacles you faced, the rejection you faced, the disappointment, the deceit, you have understood through all of that, by lifting the judgment towards others and towards yourself, that there's really something beautiful when people work together. And your willingness to understand and perceive that all of this constituted a healing. It may have been specific to you, it may have been more all-encompassing for your family, your team, a cultural group, a community, that altogether these efforts, no matter how they may have impacted you, ultimately have led to your betterment, your hope that there is a vision of a more positive world. And you are hopeful. In fact, I see you being publicly appreciative, recognized in a public way. I don't necessarily see fame or fortune for maybe some of you, but for most of you, I see you having an opportunity to publicly share what it is you've learned or the resources you've gathered for others. I'm going to clarify the Two of Wands here with the Ace of Swords and the Death card. Yeah, the tens are indicating the portal. You're stepping through a series of experiences, and you're allowing those to transform those because you perceive the truth. The truth is that everyone is doing the best they can, even when it comes across as deceitful or manipulative. Ultimately, your ability to forgive others for any failures, heartbreaks, disappointments, difficulties or challenges you've experienced, people, you are coming to an acceptance as you've understood this phenomenon in your role in it, that people are doing the best they can, and that helps to relieve the sense of judgment that we automatically assume because we've been judged. And often that sense of judgment precludes the ability to forgive them. But you are not only forgiving others, you've forgiven yourself, and that is the key here. This ability to forgive yourself is what is releasing your vision, turning you away from the past and moving you towards what you are understanding is possible in the future. And this is also about the portal you're moving through, the transformation of your environment. Perhaps it is an environment of struggle, loneliness, and challenge, or has been. You may be thinking a lot about things that haven't worked, but you're essentially using that energy to look forward, look towards the future. There's a gift. You are a gift to your community, to your world, to your family, in your vision of the way things are being healed, the ways in which people can work together profitably. And you are a messenger of that at this time. So I do see you going through a huge change. You're birthing a whole new experience and understanding of who you are. This is very exciting, Virgo. I'm going to pull a crystal spirit oracle, and the spirit quartz. If you give me a moment, I will look up the spirit quartz. And the essential meaning is connecting to community, universal love, harmony, and cooperation. And that's really in fitting with the star. However, it is the meditation that I think holds a lot of value for us here. So, spirit quartz consists of a main crystal of amethyst, citrine or white quartz, covered by many tiny crystals, creating a community or family that operates as one. This is an excellent stone to use in meditation when we wish to learn how to be of service, put other people first, or just work well with others. This is absolutely beautiful and very fitting. I'm going to leave it here, Virgo. I thank you so much for your time. And until next time, namaste.